Tonight, we're diving in the shocking jailhouse phone call from Austin Drummond, the man at the center of a devastating Tennessee family tragedy. Drummond, who was captured after a week-long manhunt, boy, was that something, now claims he was working as a confidential informant. Okay, for law officers before his cover was blown. There is a recorded call out there. He speaks publicly for the first time about the events that led to the deaths of 4 individuals and the discovery of the baby left on a stranger's yard. This is been crazy, and it's been gripping the nation for quite some time now. Tonight, we're going to be breaking down everything from the timeline to the motive. There's some things in that call we got to talk about, and what these calls reveal about Drummond's perhaps double life.
No fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in thy world, and you chose to be right here. And your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is August 20th, 2025. It is currently 8:16 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hi. Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much, guys. Good to see you all. Thank you, January. We got our things fixed again. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Pearl family. Hi, welcome. Really do appreciate your support, my dear. Good to see you. Hopefully you are well. Y'all, please welcome our newest member, Miss January, coming in. Guys, there is a lot to talk about. There is a lot going on in the true crime genre right now. We have been speaking a lot about little 7-month-old Emmanuel Harrow, who is out in California. We may go live with it a little bit later, but there's not a real lot of stuff breaking today with the case, to be honest with you. We might go live with it later tonight, but we'll see. We'll see from there. Other than that, there is a lot of other stuff breaking in other cases right now. And right now it's Austin Drummond. And later this evening, we will be live with Kylie, the pregnant mother, sadly found yesterday after her boyfriend, yeah, unalived her. And it's gruesome. It's really gruesome. So if you want to be there, be square. Guys, do me a favor before we get started. Please hit that thumbs up button. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. Consider sharing this live out on your social media of your choice. We're everywhere. Just share it out, and I would really, really appreciate that. Also, consider becoming a member of the Pearl family. We would love for you to join us in the Pearl family. We're a tight group of people. All right. And thank you. There's Miss Holly. Just wanted to say I love you all. God bless you. Thank you, Miss Holly. Y'all keep Miss Holly in your prayers. Thank you so much, my friend. She's really been going through it lately, her and her husband, and she always keeps a positive attitude, which is what us pearls do. That's what we do here. So just keep her and her husband in your prayers. They've been going through stuff, health issues and all that. You know, in life, there's always something. There's always something. You feel like as you get older, you mature, right? At least hopefully some don't, but most do. And you think, oh, as soon as I get this out of the way, I'll be fine. And then it's always going to be something in life. And in that, you have to be okay despite what is going on, right? That's what you have to do. You have to be okay in spite of most things. Most things. There are, of course, exceptions, of course. But the stuff that's going around, the day-to-day stuff, you know what I mean? I'm worried about SL too. I am too. I really am. Yes, keep always late. Hey, always. Thank you so much for 17 months. You're an OG for sure. Keep always late in your prayers. Been going through it too. Thank you so much. Always late. Really do appreciate you. And Anne, thank you so much for your support, my dear. Good to see you, love. Hope you are well. Appreciate you, my dear. We missed you. Thank you so much. Good to see you, my dear. 7 months coming in clutch. That year will be here before you know. You might even be over a year. I don't know. Sometimes it's wrong. Thank you so much, Miss T. Good to see you. Hello, Justin and beautiful pearls. Hello, darling. Good to see you. Very good to see you. Okay, so let's get started with all of this with Mr. Austin Drummond. So, do you guys think that Austin Drummond was an FBI informant? That's what Austin Drummond is claiming in this call that we're going to listen to today from the inside of the jail. This comes from News Channel 5 Jailhouse interview. I believe it's with Nick Barris. And it kind of highlights his bizarre, to say the very least, FBI informant claim and refusal to fully deny involvement. How interesting, right? So, do you believe Austin Drummond, or do you believe this is just damage control? Is he setting up something for his his trial, or is he just a serial liar? You think he was, David? You think he was an informant to the FBI? Or did he, there's a difference in being an informant and the FBI coming to you and asking you a question, right? So there's a difference. Actually being an informant, which the FBI is not going to tell us either way, to be honest with you. They don't tell anything, right? So we're going to listen to the whole thing, and it's kind of bizarre. It's a lot bizarre. He just rambles on and on and on. But some very interesting things in this, what he says. He mentions Brandon's name in this call, which is very interesting to me. When he's talking about Courtney and the rugs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, in the bushes. Good to see you, babe. You really trying to go there? You really trying to go there? I know, it's crazy. Cray, isn't it? Thank you so much, in the bushes. Good to see you. In January, thank you so much, love. Appreciate you. Justice for all the missing babies. And there are a lot. There are a lot. Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate your support. Good to see you. That him coming off the rugs. You got a point. You got a point. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take him to come off the rugs, but he had some rugs, I think, while he was running, right? While he was staying in that cushy little pool house. Remember that? Yeah. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you, love. Appreciate you very much. Good to see you. Thank you for your support, my dear. Thank you for your support. Always Skeptical says, what bothers me is a Lake County, Tennessee jury may believe this. Hope they change the venue. They may. They may. Do you think, I mean, I still don't understand. I mean, how that would justify killing 4 people and putting a baby on a lawn. You know what I mean? I still don't understand that. So I don't think there's anything that could justify that. You know what I mean? Do I think he's spoken? Do I think he's given information? Probably to his own benefit, right? To his own benefit. But was he an informant? I think Austin knows how to play people, right? I think he knows how to speak to people. He knows how to flirt with people, i.e., guards, if you will, and try to get what he wants. He knows the system. He's been in it since he was 17. Well, I mean, even before that, he was in, juvenile places, getting kicked out and all that. He's playing every side of the fence, yeah. But he's not going to be as cushy. Not going to be as cushy. Master criminal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Cooter. Thank you so much, my dear. 10 months. I'm almost as old as in the bushes. Oh, thank you, guys. Appreciate your support. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you. Really, really do appreciate you. 10 months of continuous supports. Thank you, Angel. Good to see you, baby. Appreciate you sharing with us. Thank you, Angel. You are so good. One of the sweetest people you could ever. Thank you, Angel, dear. We're going to have to Fact check him like he says. Oh, you damn right. You damn right. Listen, we chased this mother Fletcher from all around Tennessee. I lost a lot of sleep over that asshat looking for him. And I know you guys did too. By the way, where is our cement mixer? Mr. Cement Mixer, where you at? Where you been? All right, guys. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for it? Cause there's a lot here. Look at this. Let me just show you this before we get started. Austin, these days are over. These old days are over. You ain't getting no Hunt Brothers pizza. Okay? Not getting that. Done. Ready mix. Yeah. The inmates will look at his paperwork. Oh yeah. Well, he's gonna be on death row. Right. You're not gonna be as cushy. Right. Pop Tarts are over. You ain't gonna have cameras. Hold on. Wait a second. I just noticed that picture. Wait a second. Does he got baby oil like P. Diddy and baby powder? What's the baby powder for? Uh is he got baby oil like P. Diddy? Are you one of those, Austin? You one of those? Nasty ass thing. Okay. You done soon. Look at there. He even got a damn earpiece. He even got an earpiece up in there. He's in white. Yeah. Lord, I hope you don't ever wear white again, boy. You ain't got nothing pure about you. All the monitors and everything. Look at that. They're over, Austin. You on the look at there. If that's a maximum security prison, oh Lord, I bet you people lost their jobs. He thinks he's a Backstreet Boy. Yeah. Tearing up. No, it's in sync. Uh, what was it? What was the song that I want it that way? Yeah. I want it that way. He thinks he was. Look at him there. He's like, yo, I'm cool. I got two phones in my hand and some earbuds. Stephen King books. Like you read. Like you read. Okay. All right, guys. Without further ado, here is the Austin Drummond recording. 1 second. What did I do with it? 2 seconds, guys. I got it here somewhere. I tell you, I don't know how these families just go on with all of the crap that they have been through. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. Here she is. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that thumbs up button. Would really, really appreciate it. If you hit that thumbs up button, you will get 10 years of good luck. You want it? I know you want 10 years of good luck. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Oh, let me turn the volume up all the way.
All right, today's date is the 23rd of July, 2020. The time now 1:07 p.m. I'm hearing your case from the West Tennessee State Penitentiary by webcam, and this is an initial parole hearing for Austin Drummond. Mr. Drummond, can I get your date of birth?
Hold on.
8/31/96.
And your TDOC number or your Thomas number?
541332.
Thank you. My
No,
name
this
is
is the
Jeff
parole
Garland.
hearing. Hold on a second. Where's the phone call? Wait a second. Hold on. 1 second. I got it here. 1 second. Did it move over? Did it switch? No. All right, let me do it like this. I'll do it like this and we will get it. Okay. Austin Drummond phone call. Channel 5. We'll do it and we'll do it live. 2 seconds, y'all. Apologize. Two seconds. I apologize, guys. I thought I had it pulled up. I did have it pulled up, but I think it might be in my other tab. Actually, someone just sent it. I think right here. I got it. Mm-hmm. Let me switch it to so we don't get commercials here. All right. Here it is. I got it. I finally got it here. I apologize, y'all. Let's go.
I'd like to address the media who have been reporting.
It's crazy.
I would like to address the media who have been reporting on me and the current tragedy.
I would like to speak to the media and report on the current tragedy. You don't get to call it a tragedy, Austin. You don't get to call it a tragedy. You are a tragedy.
Definitely did not handle the situation right by
I didn't handle the situation right.
I was afraid. The reason for my
You were not afraid, you piece of shit.
fear is the same reason for the tragedy, and that is because I am an undercover informant working alongside the Lake County District Attorney's Office, the FBI, the ATF, the Justice.
Guys, I'm trying not to cuss. That's just what I'm trying not to do. So he is an informant for the Lake County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, the TBI, might as well say the CIA. Yeah, exactly. And you know what we have to say, Austin?
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
That's exactly what we got to say. Let it out, cuss.
Department and Tennessee Department of Corrections Contraband Interdiction Unit. I've been working with them since April to help bring down
Hold on. I got it.
undercover informant working alongside the Lake County District Attorney's Office, the FBI, the ATF, the Justice Department, and Tennessee Department of Corrections Contraband Interdiction Unit. I've been working with them since April to help bring down Vice Lord leadership, prison drug smugglers, dirty correctional, police, and probation.
dirty correctional officers and taking down vice lords. What? You've repented for your sins now, Austin? So you shoot, pew pew, 4 people in the head or wherever they were shot. He's delusional. He's delusional. And talking about correctional officers, what are you talking about? You are having a child with one. You dumb. Oh, Lord, help me.
Parole officers. This includes the deceased, Matthew Wilson, Adriana Williams, Braden Williams, and Courtney Rose, all of whom were prison drug smugglers. I was informing on all of them. Please stay.
All of them were drug smugglers. You see my 6-pack? I got a gut like Honey Boo Boo. Oh, God, you do. Sorry. My button's not done. Sorry. I missed a button. That's what she said. What is it? I was wondering what. Is he a snitch? Probably.
Check me. Allow me to address my past, which the media also reported on. As a teenager, I partied too much, and it got me in trouble. I did not, however, have any affiliation with any gang. In 2011, the burglary.
I just got to back this up, guys. 1 second.
Were prison drug smugglers.
I cannot believe he says that.
Officers. This includes the deceased, Matthew Wilson, Adriana Williams, Braden Williams, and Courtney Rose, all of whom were prison drug smugglers. I was informing on all of them. Please fact check me. Allow me to address my past, which the media also.
I was informing all of them. Where is the proof for all this? Yes, exactly. This is Austin Drummond. He killed a grandmother who wasn't really, she was, I'm older than the grandmother. He killed her daughter. He killed the daughter's husband and the grandmother's son. And yeah, and then threw a baby on the side of a random yard. He's talking here. Yes. Yep, he's talking here. You know, I was thinking the same thing. And I don't mean, but it sounds like schizophrenia talking, because he's just spewing it out, right? Not even taking it in. Thinking the same thing. Yes, exactly. Him and Daniel, a dramatic duo. Yes. The deceased, he says, were rug smugglers. And listen, there might be truth to that. There might be truth to that. I mean, listen. Courtney, you know, I mean, all of her exes are in prison for rugs, right? And so, but Austin, you're not some informant here like this.
Put it on. As a teenager, I partied too much.
Yeah, I can remember.
Officers. This includes the deceased, Matthew Wilson, Adriana Williams, Braden Williams, and Courtney Rose, all of whom were prison drug smugglers. I was informing on all of them. Please fact check me. allowed me to address my past, which the media also reported on. As a teenager, I partied too much, and it got me in trouble. I did not, however, have any affiliation with any gang. In 2011, the burglary that was reported on was just me and my friend who went on the roof of our school to smoke a blunt on Super Bowl Sunday before the game because we were bored. There's more, but all minor misdemeanor stuff until the gas station, which I robbed with a BB gun while blacked out on Xanax. To this day, I do not remember it. I was charged.
That thing did not look like a BB gun. That did not look like a BB gun. I know he says that, and we've seen the video, but that did not look like a BB gun. I partied much, never unalive people. Yeah, it's just an excuse. I mean, this man has been in trouble since the beginning of his life. You have no more excuses, Austin.
I was just an adult and given 10 years at 85%, after which I made comments about the jury that had no real intent, but I was given another 3 years. My total sentence was...
He does sound like Wade Wilson. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes. All choices he made. That's exactly right, January. Listen, we all make some bad choices in life at some point in our life. Now, there's a difference in a bad choice and a bad choice, right? Nonetheless, they're choices. And everything we do has a consequence.
13 years for crimes committed at the age of 16 and 17, where no one was hurt. I even cooperated at that time with an investigator, Ken Jones, of the Jackson Police Department.
You threatened the jury, you dum-dum.
And my lawyer, Joseph Howell, who was present to burn down drug dealers. This was supposed to keep me in juvenile court. They lied. Please remember to fact check me. So I entered the Tennessee prison system with no real street knowledge and no gang affiliation. The first 4 years were rough. I was victimized and used. The officers didn't care. They would put you in the hole for a week and then put you in another pod for another group of people to do the same thing. So after 4 years, I joined Vice Board. These problems stopped and different problems arose.
Yep. Yeah. And I believe him on that part. He's talking to Nick Barris here. Yes. I do believe him on that part. I do believe that his life was rough before he joined this gang. I absolutely do. Hey, Jeff, good to see you. And I do believe his life got better in there, so to speak, because of him joining the Brotherhood. Text when you can, okay.
Towards the end of my sentence, I had managed to get away from the gang and was in a drug program. An officer boss at Northwest Correctional Complex made sexual advances, which I refused, and he got me kicked out and put back around the gang. CO.
Let's back that up. So Grace, hey Mohawk. Grace just messaged me. Grace worked in the court systems for 30 years. My dear Grace in here. And she said, she just texted me and she said, I could be wrong, but I have saw prisoners do this to get in the Louis D. Berry Special Needs Hospital in Nashville. He ain't getting in no special needs thing, though. He getting a special needs with a lethal injection, Henny, in my opinion. That's what he getting on.
Towards the end of my sentence, I had managed to get away from the gang and was in a drug program. An officer boss at Northwest Correctional Complex made sexual advances, which I refused, and he got me kicked out and put back around the gang.
Is he saying an officer made sexual advantages to him? He talks very quick. And Yeah, I've probably used up all my notifications in the last 24 hours. A male officer. Don't flatter yourself, Austin. Yeah, he's making a kid with one. She's pregnant. Did I say advance? What is it? Advancements? Is that what the word is?
CO Voss was later fired and charged for raping an inmate. Please fact check me. After
Hold on. Back the shit up 1 second. No. I'm going to put him on 0.75 for a second. He talks so quick, you can't even absorb it. Or I can't.
a hole for a week and then put you in another pod for another group of people to do the same thing. So after 4 years, I joined Vice Board. These problems stopped and different problems arose. Towards the end of my sentence, I had managed to get away from the gang and was in a drug program. And Officer Voss.
So in the drug program, the gangs are in the drug program. Cool. I'm sure it's a great program.
At North Ring and was in the drug program. And Officer Voss at Northwest Correctional Complex made sexual advances which I refused, and he got me kicked out and put back around the gang. CO Voss was.
How can, and I mean, maybe they can. I don't know. I've never been to a jail or a prison, but I mean, I've visited one. It was a museum, though, and it was from the 1800s. But my question is, how can this officer get you kicked out? It has to be on your behavior or something, doesn't it? Officer Voss.
Later fired and charged for raping an inmate. Please.
Do we know if that's true? You damn right I'm going to fact check that, Austin. Well, let's just say this. I mean, let's say this officer did do that to another inmate and he was kicked out. That doesn't mean he did it to you. It could be just that you are making someone else's story part of your story. Right? Sometimes they cling on to other people's stories and make someone else's story part of their story, which to me sounds like what he's saying. That's because he refused any help in prison. Yeah, right.
Check me. After being placed back around the gang, I was used to get contraband in.
After being around the gang, I was used to get contraband.
There was a major drug bust in the kitchen where stuff was found all over.
Was this? You took the words out of my mouth, Justin. I was typing the exact same thing. Yeah. Was this? There was a lunch lady. There was a woman in the kitchen that was. They went to her house, wasn't it? And they pew-pewed her. This wasn't too long ago. I also wonder if he has multiple personalities. He's clearly, something's wrong.
Blamed for everything. There are cameras all over, but the prison officials refused to allow me to see these videos because it would have incriminated them and exonerated me. This is one of my pending charges now. After this incident, I was placed on close custody level for violent inmates. I was the only inmate there for a non-violent write-up. 1 month into being there, another vice lord threatened to stab me. Officers left the pod. I saw someone give him a knife, and he was putting on gloves. So I went on the offense.
No, it's not AI. I've got it slowed down a little bit because he talks way too fast, and you can't even understand. You can't even make sense of it. So he's talking a little bit slower here when I got it on 0.75 than a normal person.
This is where my attempted
Nick Barris.
murder charge comes from. I went on that I saw someone give him a knife and he was putting on gloves, so I went on the offenses. This is where my attempted murder charge comes from. Everything I described is on camera. The incident was originally written up as just an aggravated assault. I also was not indicted on this until 2 months after my release and 1 month after me and Caitlin started our relationship. That's correct. Contrary to
I think he's an extremely paranoid. I think that there are clearly some diagnosis here. Again, I'm not a doctor, but it seems like there's some diagnosis here.
what is being reported, me and Caitlin did not start any communication until 1 month after my release. The attempted murder occurred in August of 20.
I don't believe that for a second. You and Caitlin didn't start talking till 1 month after your release. She stopped working about a month after you got out. Yeah, it's a phone recording. He talked to Nick Barris. Do you think he's trying to get put in a mental institution? It's not going to work. He's going on death row. Mother chicken. He's just a con artist, yeah. But him saying that him and old girl didn't have a relationship in the jail. Austin, come on. You are a lunatic for saying that. Watch this.
Reported me and Caitlin did not start any communication until 1 month after my release. The attempted murder occurred in August of 2023. I was released in September 2024 and indicted in November 2024. Me and Caitlin are both sure that I was only charged for it and that it was upgraded from aggravated assault to attempted murder in response to her quitting and dating me. Also, a couple of days before my release, I met.
He's saying that they are getting back at her for her quitting the prison and dating Austin. Hold on. No way. No way. No way, Austin. In my opinion, Caitlin was, and you had at least an emotional relationship that went beyond the bounds of professionalism, in my opinion, while you was up in the clink. And they're not getting back at her. Listen, Austin, if they wanted to get back at her, if she did have a relationship if you did have a relationship while you were in prison, they could have probably pressed some type of charges on her. He's a Fruit Loop.
Caitlin are both sure that I was only charged for it and that it was upgraded from aggravated assault to attempted murder in response to her quitting and dating me. Also, a couple of days before my release, I met with Assistant Warden Walton and Internal Affairs Logan Wilson, where I informed them of dirty officers and illicit activities inside the prison. They were and dating me. Also, a couple of days before my release, I met with Assistant.
I see you. He said that he wanted the warden, I guess, or the cops or whatever wanted to get back at Austin because Caitlin quit. Hey, Soldier Girl. Good to see you, dog. I'm going to try to make it normal now.
Convicted in November 2024. Me and Caitlin are both sure that I was only charged for it and that it was upgraded from aggravated assault to attempted murder in response to her quitting and dating me. Also, a couple of days before my release, I met with Assistant Warden Walton and Internal Affairs Logan Wilson, where I informed them of dirty officers and illicit activities inside the prison. They were and dating me. Also, a couple of days before my release, I met with Assistant Warden Walton and Internal Affairs Logan Wilson, where I informed them of dirty officers and illicit activities inside the prison. They were supposed to help me with my pending charges from the contraband situation in the kitchen. They did not. Sergeant Cochran and Unit Manager Spillers both knew of this meeting that took place. Again, fact check everything. After my release, I was fully devoted to my family. I had no affiliation with vice lords on the streets. The only contact was with inmates from the prison. I could go on and welcome any interview and or questions regarding anything I may not have mentioned that is in question. I'll now get to what I'm sure you all want to know, and that is my time working with the FBI, ATF, and Justice Department. I began working in April with the assurance of help with my pending charges. I had recently found out my Caitlin was pregnant and could not go back to prison. By the way, they were trying to give me 31 years between all my charges associated with the prisons while working with federal agents.
Because you were dangerous. That's why. And what did the DA write that letter? Right? You are a dangerous person who should not be on the street. He is reading it like a hostage. Yes. Yep. Sure is.
I conducted drone drops and drug buys. Drone drops and...
Hold on. I conducted what?
While working with federal agents, I conducted drone drops and drug buys.
I conducted drone drops, then drug buys. So you conducted drone drops and drug buys, but yet everyone in that prison wanted to get back at you, but you're allowed these drone drops? What? You're dumb. No, Austin. That's not... he admitted that. Yeah. He admitted that. Or is he saying this after he gets out of prison? When he did the drone drops.
Drops in the prisons were allowed to go as long as there was no...
Okay. So he's saying this after he got out, he was doing drone drops. Yeah, I'll move it back some. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Lovey. No way. I mean, yeah, I do believe he was doing the drone drops. Yeah, I believe that. He was also doing drone drops in the western or the eastern part of Kentucky or Tennessee in I forgot what prison it was. There was another prison he was doing these in.
Meth or cocaine. Anything else was allowed to go through. We never tested between all my charges associated with the prisons. While working with federal agents, I conducted drone drops and drug buys. Drone drops in the prisons were allowed to go as long as there was no meth or cocaine. Anything else was allowed to go through. We never dealt with fentanyl, period. Over time, this raised suspicions of the vice lord leadership, and I was told the clear rules of the Justice Department to keep the investigation rolling. Federal agents gave me a wink, wink, nudge, nudge on what they have to do if they have knowledge of it, in quotations, knowledge of it. So I'll leave that where it is because it will come into play of this tragedy. Now it's time for some dirt. CO Michael Kane at Northwest Correctional Complex is friends of the DA in Lake County and is heard on a recorded call talking inside of the cell of the leader of the vice lord in Tennessee on his cell phone, the inmate cell phone, I mean. Federal agents have also heard hits put out and allowed inmates to be assaulted over recorded calls. This is the truth. It'll take some digging. because they are trying to hide it, but again, fact check me. Now allow me to dive into the relationship with Matthew, Braden, Adriana, and Courtney. They were Caitlin's family who became my family. I took Adriana to the hospital to have her baby. I helped teach Braden to drive. I pushed him to do good in school. I paid Courtney's bills during hard times. Matthew was like,
oh, you were just the greatest, weren't you, Austin? You took to have her baby. You paid the bills during hard times. You made him get good grades like you never did. You couldn't even, didn't even have enough self-discipline to do that for yourself, Austin. So we're supposed to believe you did all of this? You're not a good person. So why would anyone think you do good things? If you do something good, you expect something back. I'm not surprised about the prison and the rugs based on how shit goes in. Well, I mean, you always hear the saying there's more rugs inside a prison than there is out, and damn, I believe it now. I believe it now. Drug money, yeah.
little brother to me. I tried to help him get clean off of the drugs. They were a part of the drug smuggling in Northwest before I ever met them. Bringing in Suboxone strips to Brandon, Adriana, and Braden's dad, member of Caitlin's family.
There we go. There we go. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Remember, I was the one to break that Courtney's ex, Adriana's dad, Brandon's dad, was in the same the prison with Austin. I think there was some bad blood there myself, but this is what he's talking about here. Braden's dad, right? Braden's dad. His name, I can't think of his name right now. God, I'll think of it in a second. Let me just back this up.
Matthew was like a little brother to me. I tried to help him get clean off of the drugs. They were a part of the drug smuggling in Northwest before I ever met them. Bringing in Suboxone strips to Brandon, Adriana, and Braden's dad, member of Caitlin's family, who I love very dearly. And I'm sorry to bring them into this, but Bria Ashley Childress warned me early on about Courtney to keep my distance. She even said someday she might try to set me up. They also saw Matthew with an ARP at one time a while back. That will play into this case as well.
Brandon Long, yeah, Brandon Long is Courtney's ex, Adriana's dad. I guess Brandon's dad, or no, Brandon's dad. I don't know about Courtney or Adriana. So how is he's saying I'm sorry to bring them up in this? There had to be something to get them all there. And so I do believe that it is very possible that they could have been part of the smuggling as well. But something happened.
Well, an ARP is the type of weapon that the news reported I was allegedly carrying in all camo. Although Matthew, Courtney, Braden, and Adriana were family, the feds were clear I had to give everyone up. That included them. I hated doing it, but I
had to give them up. Why did he have to give them up? Courtney is, yeah, she's a victim for sure. Yes. they're all 4 victims and the baby. What about Courtney? Can you tell us? What did AR say? Ask the locals about Courtney. I've read enough about it from the locals. What's your opinion on it, AR? I want to hear it. Do you think she was putting stuff in the prison? Allegedly? He is trying to say he wasn't involved with speed until he got out. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I wonder if could they, just a question, could they have been competition for him selling the rugs into the prison? What was all Austin? I see you. I don't know. I'm really confused. Think about where they were, the field to fly drones.
Caitlin, our daughter, our son on the way, and 2 disabled parents I had to be there for. I chose them and I would do it again.
I chose them and I would do it again. So you don't think by killing 4 people, you said I couldn't go back to prison, so you decide to kill 4 people, and you think you're not going back to prison, you dumbass?
Go into much detail, but I lost the phone that had correspondence between myself and federal agents when I was
arrested. Oh, he lost this phone. He lost a phone between him and federal agents. You dummy. How convenient. How convenient. Fuck me. Can't find that phone. Damn, so important. Can't find it. Just give him your old phone number, Austin. They'll be able to pull up those correspondence. Don't you worry.
Around Braden and Courtney, Matthew, and Adriana. Matthew also had an uncle that worked TDOC for 20 years, and he found out like Caitlin was pregnant and could not go back to prison. By the way, they were trying to get me.
Oh, if that's true, Matthew also had an uncle that worked for TDOC for 20. Now, remember there was a guy when all of this was going on, and he said he had the same last name as one of them. And he said, I'm a jailer for the county. And he put something together. You guys remember that? So that might be true. That Matthew had an uncle as a jailer. Also had an uncle that worked for the TDOC for 20. This was when AD identified BP. It stands to reason that if the VL realized there was an informant snitch, AD could have convinced him it was the family if they were the other people in the June incidents. Very true. Very true. Yes.
Found out like Caitlin was pregnant and could not go back to prison. By the way, they were trying to give me 31 years between all my charges associated with the prisons. While working with federal agents, I conducted drone drops and drug buys. Drone drops in the prisons were allowed to go as long as there was no meth or cocaine. Anything else was allowed to go through. We never dealt with fentanyl, period. Over time, this raised suspicions of the Vice Lord leadership, and I was told the clear rules of the Justice Department to keep the investigation rolling. Federal agents gave me a wink, wink, nudge, nudge on what they have to do if they have knowledge of it, in quotations, knowledge of it.
Well, it's
So I'll
repeated.
leave that where it is because it will come into play of this tragedy. Now it's time for some dirt. CO Michael Kane at Northwest Correctional Complex is friends of the DA in Lake County and is heard on a recorded call talking inside of the cell of the leader of the Vice Lord in Tennessee on his cell phone, the inmate's cell phone, I mean. Federal agents have also heard hits put out and allowed inmates to be assaulted over recorded calls. This is the truth. It'll take some digging because they're trying to hide it. But again, fact check me. Now allow me to dive into the relationship with Matthew, Braden, Adriana, and Courtney. They were Caitlin's family who became my family. I took a
That's a very good point as well. If you know someone or have a family, you have to fill out a form and you can't work around them. If they find out you didn't tell them, it's your job. That's true, Bubbly Beth, and I know because you work in prisons, but I also think it doesn't sound like there was much rules going on here. You know? So, I don't know. All right, here we go.
Adriana to the hospital to have her baby. I helped teach Braden to drive. I pushed him to do good in school. I paid Courtney's bills during hard times. Matthew was like a little brother to me. I tried to help him get clean off of the drugs. They were a part of the drug smuggling at Northwest before I ever met them. Bringing in Suboxone strips to Brandon, Adriana, and Braden's dad, member of Caitlin's family, who I love very dearly. And I'm sorry to bring them into this, but Bria Ashley Childress warned me early on about Courtney to keep my distance. She even said someday she might try to set me up. They also saw Matthew with an ARP at one time a while back. That will play into this case as well. An ARP is the type of weapon that
is an ARP a pew pew. He just admitted it right there. Yeah, he just admitted, I'm sorry I had to do this. I had to bring them into this. IQ of a dehydrated shrimp.
The news reported I was allegedly carrying in all camo. Although Matthew, Courtney, Braden, and Adriana were family, the feds were clear I had to give everyone up. That included them. I hated doing it, but I had Caitlin, our daughter, our son on the way, and 2 disabled parents I had to be there for. I chose them and I would do it again. I can't go into much detail, but I lost the phone that had correspondence between myself and federal agents when I was around Braden and Courtney, Matthew, and Adriana. Matthew also had an uncle that worked TDOC for 20 years. I don't know how, but they found out I was an informant. I'll leave that there for now, too. Fast forward to after my arrest, somehow people and investigators have gotten the idea that the gang I was an informant against ordered me to do this unthinkable act, which is not true.
So he says they found out that they don't know how, but they found out he was an informant. Okay.
Also had an uncle that worked TDOC for 20 years. I don't know how, but they found out I was an informant. I'll leave that there for now, too. Fast forward to after my arrest, somehow people and investigators have gotten the idea that the gang I was an informant against ordered me to do this unthinkable act, which is not true. I have offered to take a polygraph, whether or not I was told, threatened, forced, or asked to do this by anyone or group, because I was not. They didn't allow that, because if that's not the case, then what is the motive of a federal informant to go and
Hold on.
4 people? Also during my
I gotta slow him down, guys. My brain just cannot comprehend it this quick. Hold on.
Against ordered me to do this unthinkable act, which is not true. I have offered to take a polygraph.
So he's saying he did this on his own accord? Nobody made him do this.
Whether or not I was told, threatened, forced, or asked to do this by anyone or group because I was not. They didn't allow that because if that's not the case, then what is the motive of a federal informant to go and plan to kill 4 people? Also, during my few weeks of incarceration, I was only allowed to see my lawyer over a Zoom call where we couldn't fully understand each other, and he was unaware I did not want to waive my 14-day rule, and I'm eager to have my preliminary hearing. Also, during my court case, correctional officers went into my cell and took my legal papers to and from my lawyer. I have been restricted phone access, denied to all other inmates.
You're on the phone right now, dummy.
Have tablets and TV time and mocked as dead men walking.
You can't have any tablets or phones. Well, I told you, Austin, those days are over for you. You're not getting any tablets. Whether a tablet to swallow or a tablet to watch, it's over. You're done. I'm mocked as a walking dead man. And do, bish, what now? Okay? You're mocked. Oh, you're getting bullied because you killed 4 people and threw a baby on the side of the yard. Poor boy.
I told that I might as well kill myself.
You said it.
I implore investigative reporters to take this information.
You have 3 minutes remaining on this call.
I implore investigative reporters to take this information and seek the truth. I am not an innocent man, but I am not guilty of what I'm charged with.
I am not an innocent man, but I am not guilty of what I was charged with, even though you said I hated to do this unthinkable act. Got it. Sounds like an admission to me. If he was such an informant, why aren't they getting him out? You have 3 minutes left. It sucks when you don't got a cell phone in prison, don't it? Bish. Don't it?
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch.
Okay, make sure I work. There you go. If it would help if he wasn't lying POS. That too. That too.
If any questions or interviews, I look forward to them. And
great. I'm gonna call you. I'll call you, Austin. Be looking for a little bouncy blonde bubbling with we'll do a Zoom. How about that? I'll be like, he's talking. You are lying, dude. Do you think, is that really your defense? No. Take accountability. Yes. Yes, he is saying snitching on them. Not that he killed him. Well, he said this unthinkable. I hate that I had to do this unthinkable act. I think that's how he said that. Caitlin knew this. He must have told her. I mean, I don't know how in the hell Caitlin would not know more. And this is my opinion. Might be popular, might not be, but I'm going to say it. I think, in my opinion, I don't see how it's not possible she did not know more. Number one. That is my opinion. Number two, possible, perhaps she knew more and was perhaps, allegedly, maybe, fine with the plan until it became worldwide news and realizing the gravity of it, ran the other direction. That's my opinion. And if she doesn't know anything about it or all of that, then, you know, I feel really bad for her. But if she knew anything that was going on, I don't believe he is some big ass informant spilling the beans now. Do I believe there was corruption in that prison? 1,000%, in my opinion, yes. But I like how he says, no, 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 no. These gangs and all of these people, they didn't tell me to do this. You damn right you're going to say that, because you're going to get the fucking brakes beat off of you if you say that. So I found that interesting as well. What's that, Beach Bums? You can look it up on look what up, baby. WREG News Channel 3, dated August 14, 2025. Let's see, what are we looking up? Hold on. Okay, WREG. August 14, 2025. 14, 2025. What am I looking up? Let me know what Beach Bum says. What was, we need less than a what? Guys, yes, please join our Facebook group. We need less than 100 people to join, and we will reach 10,000 members. He's very manipulative, yeah. His attorney saying Caitlin wanting to give Austin a message, so asking for the restraining order to be lifted. Oh, yeah, yep. We saw that. We sure did. I'm in the group, and we get you get a lot of stuff over there that I can't cover here as well. So there's that. I'm going to play this, and then we're going, we have another live that's cray-cray as well.
He's innocent. Good evening. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. Drummond spoke to News Channel 5 from jail, saying he did not commit the crimes that he is charged with. Those crimes, the shocking murders of 4 family members, Adriana Williams, James Wilson, Courtney Rose, and Braden Williams. They were all found dead in Lake County last month. Drummond was named as the suspect and caught about a week later in Jackson.
As Nick Barris tells us, Drummond claims to have been working as a confidential informant for law enforcement.
Austin Drummond is locked up without bond in the Obion County Jail. He's charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. A source gave him my cell phone number, and he called us to talk about his case.
I'm innocent of what I'm charged with, yes, sir. I'm not an innocent man, but I'm not guilty of what they charged me with.
Of course, you would expect a man potentially facing the death penalty to say that.
I offered to take a polygraph.
The 28-year-old Drummond admits to a long criminal record dating back to his teenage years and was a one-time member of the Vice Lords gang. But he says he did not kill Adriana Williams, Braden Williams, Matthew James Wilson, or Courtney Rose, whose bodies were all found in Lake County on July 29th.
I had no reason to hurt these people. They were my girlfriend's family who had became my family. I took Adriana to the hospital to have her baby. I helped teach Braden to drive. Matthew was like a little brother to me. Man.
You know what else you did, Austin, in my opinion? After you obviously unalived the mother to have her baby, you also drop that baby off on the side of the road.
Drummond was on the run for several days after the murders. Locals in Northwest Tennessee feared a killer was on the loose, and it made national headlines. If Drummond didn't murder the 4 victims, then why did he run?
I did not handle the situation right by running, but I was afraid.
And here's why. Drummond says after another arrest earlier this year, he cut a deal with the Lake County District Attorney, FBI, and ATF to work as a confidential informant.
During my time working for them, I helped uncover drug dealers selling multiple kilos at a time of cocaine, also drug traffickers delivering pounds of meth. We identified dirty law enforcement and correctional personnel and tapped Vice Lord leadership phones.
Drummond says he learned that his cover had been blown the day of the killings, and that is why he ran.
I was afraid because I knew bad things happened, and I was afraid that because I was an informant, things would go wrong. Things would happen to me.
We did ask the district attorney about Drummond's claim that he was working as a confidential informant. The DA said he could not comment at this time. We should learn much more about the case against Drummond at a preliminary hearing that's scheduled for early September. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Drummond was also asked, if not him, then who killed the 4 victims? We also wanted to know about Adriana's baby girl who was left outside a house in neighboring Dyer County. She was in her car seat and was not hurt. He declined to answer either of those questions.
Oh, isn't that convenient? Isn't that convenient? I feel like church lady. Uh-oh, there's my computer. Uh-oh, don't go, don't go. Hold on, guys. Can y'all see me? 2 seconds. I can't see myself. I froze for a moment. Sorry. Yeah, so there is, this is his parole hearing. Oh, I've already shown you that in other lives. Let me see here. This is a document. Shit, I got another live I gotta go to. But in the Court of Criminal Appeals of Tennessee at Jackson, State of Tennessee versus Austin Drummond. This is October 6th, 2015. Defendant Austin Drummond was indicted in the Madison County grand jury with 1 count of aggravated robbery. This is when he first was getting into trouble here. And he was wearing a hat and a black oversized t-shirt with a white graphic on the front of the cartoon character Stewie from the television show Family Guy. Miss Barham thought the defendant's behavior was suspicious as he walked down every aisle of the store and watched her. She explained at the time of the night, customers usually, quote, know what they came for. They come, they get what they were going to get, and they leave. He just walked up to her and pointed. I showed y'all that video of him walking up, putting the pew pew right there. I'm so sorry, Sarah. You'll never see Stewie the same again. Oh, was. Did he die? What if the corruption of the jail involves LE and higher ups in the prison involved in? Listen, it's very possible. It would not surprise me with the amount of things that was going on in that prison. It would not surprise me. Because let's be honest, prison is a big money business. It is a big money business. Most prisons are privately owned. He was 15. I lost him and my. Oh, you lost both of them in the same year, Sarah? I'm sorry. Yes, because how did Austin have a commissary in his cell? I don't know. That's a good question. We can, but I can't do it tonight, Mohawk, because I have another live right after the right now actually that I have to do with the breaking news coming out of Massachusetts. Why do you think he did what he did? Joe, do you mean why he, I'll say, allegedly unalived them? I think it was to either, I think it had to do probably with some sort of drug related, or he did it because of Courtney's ex who was in prison with him. One or the other. Ex is in jail, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's, it's a big money business in the Christies. It's a big money business. It sure is. It sure is. And in the 90s, in the early 2000s as well, when they had the war on drugs and all that, they would, particularly Black and Latina people, they would lock up and do long sentences for, and they were very much overcrowded prisons because they got paid every day for every head that was there. It's the new form of, in my opinion, many times slavery, in a sense. These people were serving wild sentences for non-violent crimes. Oh, I wanted to show you this before I go. This was important. Okay, here we go. Look at this right here.
I've never seen anything like this. Quadruple murder suspect Austin Drummond. He was in prison before he got out on bond, and according to police, killed 4 people. But look at these photos from his social media from when he was in prison in Tennessee. His cell looks more like a dorm room. He has multiple cell phones. He has vodka. He has video games. He has a ton of food. It almost looks like a pantry. He wears normal clothes and boots, not even a prison uniform. How did he have all of this stuff while he was in prison? That's one of the big questions. He was locked up for more than a decade. He got out. He was actually facing charges of attempted murder from something he did in prison when he got out on bond, which is another huge question. I asked the district attorney, how the heck did he get out on bond when he was charged with attempted murder? So he had a bond for attempted, even with an attempted murder charge?
Yeah, in the state of Tennessee, every person has a constitutional right to a bond, and the only exception to that is if we are seeking the death penalty and it's a capital case. Outside of that, every person is entitled to a bond.
Are you frustrated that he sounds like a dangerous guy the way you describe him with what happened in prison and his past charges. I mean, are you frustrated that he got the bond?
Yeah, absolutely, but it's not a situation where the judge could deny the bond. We do not have that ability in Tennessee.
You have to wonder if Austin Drummond never got out on bond, would those 4 people that police say he killed still be alive?
They sure would.
Was on the run. There was a manhunt. He's now back in custody, but still so many questions in this case.
He sure would be alive still. Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, I have a live schedule. Join me over there. There is breaking news that pregnant mom, Kaylee Montero, has been found. What happened to her is very bad. She was found yesterday. Her boyfriend was already had his court hearing today. We're going to watch that as well. So it's crazy. Crazy. Join us over there. I will see you guys in just a couple minutes from now. We'll be over there. Thank you guys. Much love, everyone. God bless. See you later.